What's up, guys? Part-time Gamer Dad here. I just need to vent real quick. The information about the draft, like the official rules, came out today, and I just want to give you my thoughts on them because I'm really frustrated by particularly one element of this whole situation. So the whole element isn't even necessarily like how many rounds, how many superstars. That's all fine. All those things don't really matter to me, but it's how we approach like who's eligible for the draft. And I'm cool with Raw superstars. I'm cool with SmackDown superstars. It's been announced that champions will be protected on the current brand that they're on, which I don't know. I don't particularly love that. I kind of like the spontaneity element that could occur with champions being up for drafting. We also saw this with like commentators back in the day, and that was kind of fun. I don't like how they didn't tell JR that he was going to be drafted to SmackDown, but I like the times where there's kind of that uncertainty if this could lead to a world champion switching brands, a la Batista and John Cena in 2005, which technically kind of set the tone for those shows for the next 5 to 8 years. John Cena on Raw maybe not as great as Batista on SmackDown, but I mean, I think you get my point that the fact that we're saying that there's only the non-champs are up for drafting, to me it's frustrating. But then there's the whole other side of the way they say only this pool of wrestlers are eligible for drafting on this particular night, and only these other superstars are eligible for drafting on the other night. My major issue with that is that it kind of feels like it dampens the prestige of when you get drafted. So we're going to have 2 number 1 draft picks, right? Already for each show. But like now we're technically going to have 4 number 1 draft picks, and then it's like, who's the real number 1? You know, it just feels weird. And I liked it better. The initial draft, I really liked the structure of that one where they were fighting over the true number 1 draft pick. Or in the past, and somebody put this on one of my posts about, or one of my videos about the draft in general, we both really miss the days where they would wrestle Raw versus SmackDown, or throw ECW in there. You could throw NXT in there at this point. And whoever won, whatever wrestler won, the show that they were currently on, not the show that they were going to be, but they currently were on, would secure a draft pick. And that was great. I love the element. It also created like stakes to the matches that took place on those nights. So seeing how they're structuring it, it just, I don't know, it feels super lackluster. I'm not that excited for the draft as I once was. I still think the draft will be overall good because Triple H does a good job with the content creation for the weekly television shows, for the pay-per-views. So I trust him, but I don't like this structure. And I really don't like when we say, here's the predetermined people who will be eligible for drafting on one night versus the other. Also, some people, there's some inconsistencies. There's some people who are like injured, like a Rhea Ripley, who aren't eligible for draft, but CM Punk, who technically is kind of like injured, is eligible for draft. So that's weird. I don't know, man. It's weird, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. And all that being said, I hope that I'm proven wrong. And I say that every time. I hope I'm proven wrong because I want the product to do well, and I want to be proven wrong in these instances because I want there to be some kind of twist that I was not anticipating. A la like Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly putting on a banger at AEW Dynasty when I thought it was going to be one of the weaker matches on the show just because there's so many great matches on that show. But we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. And hopefully Triple H can pull another miracle out of his bag. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We are so close to 2,200 subscribers. That's the goal by the end of April. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment down below. Do you miss the old structures of drafts with matches taking place to determine draft picks, or the original draft? And do you think that we devalue the number 1 draft picks by having so many across Raw and SmackDown and there only being a certain amount of people available? Let me know in the comments below. I will see you very soon.